Hey there, Drew here, and welcome back to the Drew Saur coaching channel. If this is your first time here, thanks for joining us. This channel is for those of us who want to have stellar careers with a little less stress and, if we can, a bit more fun. My job is to bring you ideas that'll help you look at your career in a new way. I promise that if you try these out, you'll start to see the professional world differently. And more importantly, they'll start to see you differently. So this video is part of my series on executive mindset. Because to have a thriving career, it's important to know how you think. It's important to know how your own brain works. So the question we're trying to answer here is, do I have a strong mental framework? And the framework I want to talk about today is how you think about your next level role. Because classically, most people think of it as a bigger version of their current role. They say, look, I'm doing an awesome job, I'm getting all these great reviews, I'm delivering, my boss thinks I'm great, I'm ready for the next role. And the reality is the next role is actually a different job with different skills. And the reason we kind of have to make this transition is because the way the promotions work, the way the next level jobs work, changes over time. So think about back to the beginning of your career, right? You might be an analyst, you might be a coder, but basically you're entry level, you're doing transactional work, and let's say you're nailing it, right? Everybody loves it, you're doing great, and you're ready for the next step. The next step is often people management. But if you think about it, being a good analyst, being a good coder has nothing to do with people management, right? So why would you be good at that people manager role? And I'm sure if you've been around long enough, you've seen a lot of times where it turns out they're not good at that people management role. But why would somebody promote you from an analyst to a people manager? Because they see the potential. And also because the stakes are relatively low. If I let you manage one or two people and you totally blow it, well, okay, you can go back to being a single contributor, right? It's relatively low stakes. And I know that I haven't seen you manage people. So I don't know what you're going to do. I'm willing to take that risk. The challenge is as you get higher in your career, particularly around the executive and senior executive levels, if you put someone in a job they can't do, it creates all kinds of havoc, right? There's organization changes impacting maybe revenue, maybe risk, all these kind of things that can go seriously wrong if you put a senior executive in a position. So what worked earlier in your career, which is, hey, people give you a shot, doesn't work later in your career as well because the risks are that much harder. So what's a different way to think about it? Right? So rather than thinking about it as a bigger version of your current role, recognize it is a different role and you need to prepare and demonstrate yourself for those new things, right? So let's say you're a director and you've got a large delivery team and you're delivering high quality products, you're on time, you're on budget, you're basically getting it all done and you're doing a great job. Okay, now you want to take that next level executive role, whether it's executive director, VP, SVP, whatever it is. I want you to think about, well, what are the things that new role does that I don't have to do? And a lot of times it's the level of thinking, right? You're probably doing a little bit of strategy work. There's probably a lot of strategy work. You're currently building teams. You're going to be building organizations because when you make that shift, the biggest thing is you're not in charge of delivery anymore. You hire people who are going to deliver for you. So it's no longer a question of can you deliver, it's a question of can you build a team that can deliver without you? And again, that requires different skills. How good are you at networking? How good are you at basically recruiting star people? How good are you at sort of not micromanaging and letting the team thrive while you focus on other things? Again, different skills. So what happens if you don't think about it this way? If you don't think about it this way, then you're just going to continue to do the job you're doing and hope that somebody will give you the shot, right? And so what you're doing is you're basically playing on the relationship and saying, okay, I'm so good at this job, I want you to believe that I can do anything, so give me that next job and I'll figure it out, right? And it works. It just doesn't work as often as if you can demonstrate that you can actually do that job. Right? So again, if you just keep going the way you're going, assuming you're doing your current job, you're just not targeting the right thing and it's just going to take longer. So what's the exercise? The exercise is to look at your job and then look at the next level job that you want and find what are all the things that the next level job does that are not part of your day-to-day operations today. Figure out what those are and then figure out a way to start doing them and start demonstrating those skills. Right? Volunteer for a task force or new initiatives. If you're talking about organization, volunteer to recruit and get new people in. Find ways to add things to your current portfolio that will demonstrate that you can do the next level job. Because again, hope as they say, is not always a strategy. It does work, right? Again, if you continue to do this, chances are you'll get there. But as I said, it will just take longer. So a much more powerful framework for you to think about is it's not a bigger role. It is a different role. And you need to prepare for that as if it were a new job. You have to make sure you build the skills and ultimately convince people that you have those skills, and that's when you will get it. So there you go. It's not a bigger role, it's a different role. And plan for it appropriately. So try it out. Let me know in the comments how it goes. And as always, getting to the next level in your career is a journey. And it always helps to have a partner. You can rope in a friend, or you can hire a coach. And if you have any interest in working with me, you can go to drewsaur.com. We can schedule some time to chat. I look forward to seeing you next time.